I like that. All right. Moving on to the next topic here is a kind of continuation of big tech and the crosshairs. The big news today was that the Senate confirmed Lena Khan for a seat on the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. The vote was 69 to 28, so it was pretty big landslide there. But she is she's a big critic of big tech, and she argues in one of her papers argues that antitrust has failed to contain these companies. So she is very much on the side of we need to change the way we look at these laws, and that tech companies are definitely in the world of being too big. So it's definitely something that you should be looking at as we kind of follow this for tech, and we follow the different bills that are coming out, right, to try to limit the monopoly power of these big tech companies and how they might need to be broken up or how they might need to change their businesses. Really, this is just kind of another piece of information to know, like, Lena Khan on the FTC, where the FTC wants to act more authority on, antitrust, on regulations of markets, on regulations of businesses, and you just appoint someone new to the seat that is starkly opposed to big tech. So definitely, kind of one more in the chamber there in terms of, the pressure being put against them. And this also includes the FTC wanting to look into Amazon's acquisition of Hollywood MGM studio. It's like a $10 billion acquisition and puts them kind of very squarely in the entertainment business, even though they already do have Amazon Prime Video and they have this, it kind of gives them the ability, more leeway and more influence. And that might be the same as we talk about Apple and cars. Should Amazon be able in everything, including telehealth, including, the movie studio business? So, and the FTC is in talks, and they said that they may be reviewing that. So that could be a target on their radar already. So definitely, if you have exposure to big tech or you like big tech, you're looking for it in the future, definitely something to be aware of. Definitely, more information as you're trying to figure out the value of these investments going forward and the risks that may be incurred as to what these policies are. Lena on the FTC. Right now, neither. It's a short-term, long-term thing. I think in the long term, if these bills start to gain weight, this could be, a more pressure against them. But I don't, because Amazon's got a lot of money and they're going to fight it. And there's no, I don't see anything really super concrete that points to like yes or no. And I believe the markets will show us that before we talk about it here, because people that, have big exposure to this, that spend their time investing in these. And if you're talking about real big material impact, you want to watch the transactions of big hedge funds and insiders. Watch what they're doing. If they're opening new positions or taking big positions out. If you go and you see that big players in the game, institutional investors, are withdrawing their positions at large clips for things like Amazon, that could be a sign that their models and their analysis is telling them, hey, this might be something we want to avoid. But
well,
for now,
let me tell you this.
I don't think so.
Let me tell you this. When the first news comes out of a potential margin acquisition, the stock goes higher because they're baking that in, because they're putting a probability of that occurring. Now, when it actually a merger and acquisition occurs, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a great stock. They pump in. The guys who got in early are going to take profit. The stock's going to go down. That's just the name of the game.
Yeah, no, I can yeah, no, I can agree with that if that's the case. But I don't, again, like Amazon is a huge revenue machine. It is a staple in the economy at this point. So, it's going to take a lot of adverse news. It's going to take a lot of hits to shake that core investor base, because there have been people that have been holding on to this forever, and it's now at like over $3,000 a share. And a couple years ago, it was under 1,000. So they're a very happy investor who believe in this. And Jeff Bezos is started as a bookstore, literally selling physical books, going out of business, and now, created the largest, most pervasive retail empires in the world. And by pervasive, I mean expected pervasive in this in the future, as well as horizontal and vertical integration they've already done. So
sounds like librarians are taking over the world. Okay.
Yeah, that's the gist. You should bet on librarians.
Bet on librarians.